Hey, it's Ari here. Hope you're doing well. Today, I wanted to do a video talking about Legendary Marketer shutting down, and I want to give my personal perspective on what is happening with Legendary Marketer, and I also want to give my personal feedback on what I believe that you should do if you are an affiliate of Legendary Marketer, or you were a customer, maybe you recently signed up, or maybe you've been promoting them for some time, or whatever the case is, you've been looking into Legendary and you're wondering, what should I do now that Legendary Marketer is being shut down? Real quick, what I want to say right off the bat, before I even dive into what is happening with Legendary Marketer and what I recommend, what I want to first mention is my goal with this message is not in any way to say, sucks that Legendary is being shut down, so go ahead and join my program instead. And so I've already seen plenty of other marketers in this space doing that, and me personally, I don't agree with that one bit because it just comes off very disingenuous. Like you're basically taking advantage of a situation where, a big company like Legendary Marketer is being shut down. And of course, there's a ton of buzz around it. Everyone's talking about it in the online space. And so right now there's probably a ton of search volume on YouTube and other platforms as well. And, people are going to try and rank videos and try to recruit people into what they're doing. And so I personally do not think that I don't agree with that one bit because of the fact, especially for someone who might have just recently joined, right? Like if you signed up and let's say that you recently invested, $2,500 for one of their product packages, I feel for you. And I believe that if I was in that position where I, invested a large amount of money and then shortly after they announced that they're shutting down, I would probably be panicking and I probably wouldn't even feel comfortable investing in another program maybe right away, or even if I was promoting them for a while and I was making good money, then the other issue is people who are promoting Legendary Marketer are now losing their income. So that being said, I want to first talk about what has happened with Legendary Marketer for those who might, if you're not maybe familiar with what's going on. So Legendary Marketer, the company has been around since 2017, same time that I got online in the online space. And so this is one of the most popular programs for beginners wanting to learn how to make money online. And especially at that time, 2017, it's not like now where like every single week there's a new course that's being launched, new gurus like launching a brand new, business opportunity. At this time, there wasn't as many programs being, pumped out in the marketplace as there is now, especially with AI, right? So Legendary Marketer started off, Dave Wood, the owner of Legendary Marketer, Dave Sharp, the owner of Legendary Marketer, used to work with Dave Wood. He was the owner of Empower Network, and that was the biggest platform back in the day, in the early days of internet marketing. And so everyone was in Empower Network back when that program was around. So David Sharp launched Legendary Marketer in 2017, and this program became really popular in 2020 during the pandemic when TikTok started to become popular. And I remembered at that time when I first got on TikTok, everyone was promoting Legendary Marketer like crazy, and that was like the program to join for beginners just getting online. And so that was like the main thing that everyone was promoting at the time. So this program created a lot of successful marketers. A lot of 6- and 7-figure earners came from this exact program. And I'm actually looking at their Facebook page right here. They got 160,000 members, which they had a really great run in this sense. So most programs fail to even get like 10,000 members. So I think this is really good. And just about everyone that I know in the online marketing space was in Legendary Marketer at some point. So in my case, I might have bought one of the products a while back. I don't think I never really promoted them, but I just, bought, I think their TikTok course or whatever it was, back when TikTok launched. And other than that, I didn't really have much involvement with Legendary Marketer personally. So that being said, why are they shutting down? Well, from what I have gathered, the cost of running the program started to increase quite massively. And basically David Wood decided that, it's way too expensive to keep the company running. And he decided that it would just be easier to pretty much shut everything down altogether. And so one thing that I will give Dave Sharp credit for is the fact that that instead of shutting down everything just completely, just abruptly, he instead gave a notice, like a 1-month notice to everyone that was in the company, and gave all the members a notice to go ahead and download any products that they may have bought from Legendary Marketer. So if you're on this video right now and if you happen to be in Legendary Marketer, I encourage you to download whatever information that you might have purchased So whatever course that you bought, especially if you bought one of the more higher end packages, I recommend downloading that and take the information that you have access to and do the best of your ability to apply it to anything else that you might decide to get into as well. So if you decide to join another affiliate program, doesn't matter what it is that you get involved with, as long as you feel it resonates with you and it has a lot of really great, it has a great reputation, a lot of great reviews and great score overall, then you could of course find a company that you resonate with and decide to run with that. And then the other thing is, as far as the affiliate program goes, the affiliate links, I believe, are active until, let me check right here, I believe it's like March, like the end of March is when it'll be, March 31st it looks like, is when the program will be closed. So the affiliate links will be disabled on March 1st, but any commissions that you earn, let's say that you earn a commission on like the last day of February, then you will be able to get that. You won't be able to promote the program actively, but commissions will then be paid out on time on March 31st. So that's what I'm seeing right here. So like I mentioned, download whatever information that you bought. The affiliate program, I wouldn't send too much traffic to Legendary Marketer right now. I would, if you have like YouTube videos ranked and you're mentioning your number one recommendation down below, for example, change the URL destination to some other program that you might resonate with if you have videos out there, in the search engines. And then if you have people in your Facebook group or you have people that you are talking to one-on-one on Messenger, then I recommend find a program that you feel is similar to Legendary Marketer maybe, that you feel would be a good alternative for people who follow you. And so that's what I would of course recommend. Now, the most important thing that I want to really put out there, and I want this to be a really good lesson to go to show that regardless of how well you think the affiliate program you're in is doing, or whatever, regardless of how well it seems the program you're in is doing, you never want to put all of your eggs in one basket. So the most important thing, and the biggest mistake that I see a lot of newbies make in this space, is they will join a company like Legendary Marketer, or they'll join an MLM. And I think MLMs are even more risky because recently, within the past few years, a lot of MLMs have either been shut down, they were caught doing some shady stuff, or they changed up their comp plan, they lowered the earning potential, causing a lot of the big leaders to leave. And then also, a lot of them are recently, what I've noticed, they have switched away from the MLM business model over to a standard affiliate program. So one program I know, for example, that I believe recently done this was a company called Young Living, which was a health product that had like essential oils basically. And so they were a very big company. And I actually knew two of the top earners. They actually lived right next door to where I lived, a couple of years ago before I moved out. And so they were, it was like a husband and wife. They were like two of the top people in the company. And so that company recently, I believe, just got rid of their MLM, switched up to an affiliate comp plan. And I've seen a lot of other companies recently that did the exact same thing. And so one thing that I saw recently, and I see a lot of people doing this, is they will, they'll join a company and then they will start spamming their links all over social media. They'll brand their entire Facebook page or their YouTube channel to that one company that they're in. And then every single video that they have is videos from that company with just their standard affiliate link below. And so recently I did a review video on YouTube of a company called Live Good, which was one of the most popular network marketing companies as of the past 3 years. They launched about 3 years ago. They blew up like crazy. A lot of people were jumping onto their program, and they had a lot of really great reviews. However, on my video that I made, which I wasn't even like bashing the company or anything, I had someone comment on my video and he wrote, "Doesn't matter what you say, Live Good is going to do like, 2 billion or whatever in sales in the next year or so," or something like that. So he kind of wrote like a passive aggressive comment to me. And so funny thing is, I look at his YouTube channel, it's named Live Good like 582 or whatever. And I click on his profile and every single video that he's got is just videos from the Live Good company with just a standard affiliate link below. So the mistake that he was making that I informed him about was, okay, first of all, if you didn't care what I had to say, you wouldn't have clicked on my video to begin with. And then next thing, you are setting yourself up to look the same as potentially tens of thousands of other people promoting the same exact company. And so when someone goes on YouTube and they search up Live Good review, or, and they decide they want to join Live Good, what reason is there to join you than there is someone else that's promoting the same thing, that has a brand built up, they've got their bonuses, they are helping their members get sales. And so that is the thing that people want when they decide to join a business opportunity. People don't just join companies, they join their people. So the most important thing that you can do as an affiliate, regardless of what you're promoting, regardless of how great a company looks, never become emotionally attached to one company, and you always want to diversify. Focus on building up your brand, focus on building up your email list, post content that is not specific to one company, but is, like, for example, if you join a health and wellness company, then instead of just taking videos from their page and just spamming it on your channel, instead create health and wellness related content, so that in the event that something does happen to the company that you're promoting, you could very easily find an alternative and then recommend that to your audience and say, hey, this is what I'm focusing on now, and then you just recommend that. And so even in my case, I'll give you a few examples, some stories from previous companies that I promoted. The very first affiliate program that I had success in was a high ticket affiliate program, and they're still around today. They still seem to be doing very well, but shortly after I made my first $700 in that company, right after that, the company decided that they're going to do this big update. They're going to change the platform all around. They're going to enhance everything. This new 4.0 platform is going to look amazing. And so the owner was hyping it up quite a bit. And then for whatever reason, they decided that they were unable to pay commissions to their affiliates on time. So that company had like a 1 month, affiliate duration where, like, if someone buys a product through your link, you see the commission, it's in pending, and then after like a month it clears out and gets paid out to their affiliates, right? So I earned the $700, right? But I didn't, that was in March of 2020, and I didn't end up getting that money until like August of that year, because they were in, I don't know what the deal is with them, but a lot of people left that company because they're like, it's like you're not paying your affiliates. And so that's the last thing that any company would want on their record. And so in my case, I even lost interest personally myself, but that was one example of something that can happen. So even though I absolutely loved all the products, everything was great, the owner was he taught very well, that one thing left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable recommending this to people if they're not paying their commissions on time. So I left that company, and by the time it was paid out, I completely forgot about it, but I just randomly got the money in my account like 8 months later, basically. So another company that I was in was a savings MLM, and that was about a little over 3 years ago. I promoted them. I went to one of their events. I met the owner in person, and during the event, the owner was hyping it up to be the next like $1 trillion company. And to give credit where credit is due, they had an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. They seemed to be doing very well. The company had been around since 2006. Surprisingly, they're still around now after what happened, but basically they're about a year after that event that I was at, something happened where they had like a server crash, and they lost all the credit card data to where nobody had their accounts active anymore, and then now nobody was getting paid their commissions that they earned. So there were people that were earning $30,000, $40K, $50K a month in that company, passive recurring income, that suddenly lost their income, overnight in the snap of a finger, and then they just decided, all the big leaders left, basically. So that company, despite all their, seemed like they had a good track record, they were not able to remain afloat, and so everyone basically left the company, right? So even in the current company that I'm promoting right now, although, the company's been around since 2016, the owners, everything from what I've seen, seem really good. They have kept the affiliate program the same since they've started. They've never made a single comp plan change, and they've kept the 80% recurring commissions available. And so even that, even with that company, with a proven track record where they kept everything the same, I know that I'm not gonna, fully rely on that company as my main only income source, because as much as I appreciate the owners, as much as I appreciate everything that they do, and I hope that they remain in business, the biggest thing that I've learned online is to always have multiple streams of income, focus on building your email list, find multiple offers. Maybe you can promote things that are complementary to each other. And that way, in the event that something does happen to the program that you're promoting, then you could decide to focus your energy elsewhere, and it's that much easier to pivot because you already have somewhat of an audience built up on social media, you have the skill sets built up, and you have your email list in place, right? And if you have other programs that you promote, then hopefully you have other streams of income as well. So that is the message that I wanted to put out today in this video. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, let me know your thoughts down below, what you thought of this message. If there's anything that you want to add about Legendary Marketer or anything that I mentioned, feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this program shutting down. And yeah, so hope you found this helpful, and give this a thumbs up, give this a heart emoji. So I'm posting this on both Facebook, and I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel as well. And if you are watching this on a Facebook Live, then feel free to check out my YouTube channel as well, Mr. Orange Dream. Look me up on there. Otherwise, I hope you found this helpful, and take care and all the best.